Hey y'all, thanks for watching my channel. Today we're going to be talking about the disappearance of Macin Smith. Macin was last seen September the 1st of 2015 in St. George, Utah. Macin and his mother recently moved to Utah in April of 2015 from Canada. They lived there several months while his father Darren was working on construction sites. Some reports indicate of a volatile relationship between Darren and Macin. However, this seems to be the case with most teenagers. Macin had a 10 o'clock electronic curfew, and on the night before his disappearance, his mother simply unplugged the cord instead of taking the cord completely away that connected to the Wi-Fi. At 1:30 in the morning, Macin's father Darren awoken to find out that Macin had plugged back in the power source and had began watching anime. Darren then took away Macin's phone and laptop as punishment. The following morning, Darren checked to see if Macin was awake, and he said yes. They heard him in the kitchen around 7:30, and about 7:40, Tracy heard the garage door close. This was usual for Macin to leave about 7:40, as he had a 2-mile walk to the bus stop to pick him up for school. Around 3:30, after Macin failed to return home, Darren then phoned Tracy. After that, she became very concerned and checked her email to discover that Macin had never reported to school that day. When Tracy rushed home, she found that Macin had locked his door, which is very uncharacteristic of him. He had never locked his door before. They waited until about 10 p.m. to see if he would show up for his curfew. After Macin failed to return home for his 10 p.m. curfew, his parents then filed a police report. This is not the first time Macin has done something like this. Under similar circumstances, his Xbox was taken away and he ran away from home for several hours. It was in December in Canada, and he took with him food, resumes, a backpack, and a sleeping bag, claiming he was going to make it on his own. He came back a few hours later on his own accord. 7 days after Macin's disappearance, his mother Tracy found a note in his wallet that was 2 pages long and folded several times. The family would not like to disclose exactly what the note stated, but she will say 2 words shook her to the core, and those words were, "I'm done." The letter was not addressed to anyone, nor was it dated. 2 years prior, while living in Canada, Macin was hospitalized for 1 week after telling his mother he had thoughts of committing suicide. After the discovery of the letter, a 30-foot cliff was searched by Macin's home. The search of the cliff offered no clues. There have been several sightings of Macin since. Several people had seen him hitchhiking on exit ramp 15 just 5 miles from his house, holding a sign that says "To Las Vegas." His father then made the 2-hour drive to Vegas, where he was joined by the Red Rock Search and Rescue, who has aided in several searches for Macin. In July of 2016, 2 sisters reported seeing a boy staring at them in a Panda Express in West Valley. The boy got up and asked the girls for change for a bus. They offered him $20, but he declined and said he just needed change for the bus. He then left. The most recent sightings of Macin were in Sacramento, California. He had previously told his mother that if he ever ran away from home, he would go to California. Macin is the youngest of 6 children and the only child living with his parents at the time of his disappearance. He is described as shy, yet down-to-earth and very sweet. He has a slight speech impediment due to a childhood neurological disorder, which improved with speech therapy. He enjoys music, anime, and gaming. At the time of his disappearance on September the 1st of 2015, Macin was 6'4", 200 pounds, and 17 years old. He is classified as endangered missing. He has blonde hair, blue eyes, and bites his fingernails. He was last seen wearing size 14 Nike shoes with blue soles and green eyelit accents that are pictured here. If you have any information regarding his case, please use the link below to contact the correct person. Thank y'all so much for watching, and hopefully we find Macin soon.